A couple of weeks ago, we talked about joy. How Christians have this amazing opportunity, perhaps like never before, to shine like stars, as it says in Philippians 2, among this dark time that we're in. And the way that we do that is actually pretty simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's just by not complaining. So how do we go about that? Well, I feel like the best way to do that is to have true joy, to choose joy. Now, a question about this joy is it something that comes to us through our striving, through working to say, I'm going to be more joyful, I'm going to be more joyful, I'm just going to do it? I mean, I don't feel like it is. I feel like this is not something that we can just have or muster. I feel like it's really something that we come into agreement with. I feel like it's a gift that God has there for us, and we can reach out and grab it. I think about it, it's an impossible thing to do, though. Like, on our own, I feel like it's an impossible thing to do. And I was thinking about the story of Peter in the boat. So what happens? Jesus is walking on the water. Is that possible? No, but he's doing it anyway because he's God. Peter's like, if that's really you, call me to come out and I'll come. And so he calls him out. Something comes alive in him. He feels Christ's life inside of him, or this new life that he's now in. And he walks on the water. He does something that's impossible. But then he looks around and he sees the wind and the waves. How many times do you look around and you feel discouraged? So Peter looks around and sees the things that are around him, and he is discouraged. His courage is gone. And so he begins to sink into the water. And so many times when we're trying to do something that's impossible, when we're trying to choose joy, when we're trying to live into this joy that is available for us, we look around and our courage is depleted. We become discouraged and we begin to sink. And we always have this choice, right? We can choose to rise into faith, or we can fall into fear. And that's what Peter began to do. But here's the good news, is that Peter didn't stop there, and God didn't leave him there. Do you know what Peter did? He did the most brilliant, the most wise thing that I think anyone could do. And he reached up. He reached up and took the hand of God. He reached up and grabbed Jesus' hand, and Jesus pulled him back out of the water and placed him back on the water as if it were firm ground. That's impossible. When we get discouraged, when we look around at the world around us and we feel our courage draining, just reach up. Understand that there is someone there that is wanting to pull you up. It's not something that we can just muster in and of ourselves. This joy is a gift. It's not something we have to strive for. It's something we come into agreement with. We understand that we have received it. And God blesses us with his joy in our lives. It is impossible, humanly speaking. But lucky we're not in a world where we're alone here. So reach up. He's there.